years ago, while living in Auburn, Alabama, Hurricane Opal came through. And as it seemed to happen often when something catastrophic was about to happen, my husband was away on business. The good news was that we had a Maryknoll priest friend, Father Ed Robleski, staying with us for a visit that week. Our home in Auburn was on 2 wooded acres, and we had a huge picture window. So the storm was literally up close and personal. And as the storm raged, and by the way, this was before our smartphones where we could track the storms ourselves, I did what every mother of 3 young children would do. I took the kids into the basement level with a huge mattress and huddled together without power to weather the storm, encouraging, of course, Father Ed to join us. And he said he'd be down soon. Well, he never came down. And we all finally fell asleep in the dark, staying together tucked in. When we awoke in the morning, there was Ed asleep on the couch directly in front of the large picture window. When he woke, he looked at us all looking at him, and with a twinkle in his eye, he said, "Oh, ye of little faith." Well, my kids were really impressed. You'd have thought they saw Jesus, because one look around us outside through those windows, we saw trees down, some on others' homes, etc. And here we were, and there Ed was. No damage on our home. Now, we didn't let our children believe that God spared us and not the others, but I will never forget that night or my kids' reactions, because they remembered this story of Jesus on the water. It became the stuff of good conversations about faith and trust and doubt. Our hiding safely in the basement didn't mean we didn't have faith, I told my children, because God did give us the tools we need to be safe. We have to do what we can to take care and be safe. And yes, to trust. The truth is, I just fell asleep. But I can't hear this story without this memory. What I love about today's second passage was the idea of faith and doubt being dance partners, that faith and doubt aren't opposites, but actually doubt is often a sign that our faith has a pulse, that it's alive and well and exploring and searching. Faith and doubt aren't opposites. They are, as it turns out, excellent dance partners. As a variation on the theme from my Contemplatio a few weeks ago, trust is the stuff faith is made of. As Webster's defines it, faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. And that is what we see in this scripture. Peter has that faith, that trust in God. Jesus is his dance partner. But in that dance, as he begins to see the reality of what is happening and he begins to lose his grip, he feels himself sinking. The truth is that together with God, in faith, we step into unknown territories. And sometimes we are uncertain and unsteady on our feet. And it's usually our faith that guides us back, that pulls us back. We ask in scary scenarios if we can do this alone. And the answer is no, we can't. We need Jesus. We need God. We need to hold on to our dance partner's hand and be led. And sometimes we sway and sometimes we spin, and we may, in fact, not know where we are going at all. But with faith, which is the food of hope, we fall into love. We will fall into our partner's arms. I have been wearing a bracelet with these theological virtues in capital letters: faith, hope, and love, given to me by my parents when I entered ministry in Auburn some 32 years ago. I never go without it. And each time I look at it, I am reminded how strongly they are connected. Today, I have a new image of these virtues, for they too are dance partners. The dance between faith and doubt bears fruit in hope and always lands on love. Now, Ed may have sincerely felt safe in God's arm that day on the couch. I thought he was crazy. I was fearful for my children's safety. And yet I do believe God was with us all. But there was a sweet lesson for my young children that day, and for me. They were held close by their loving mother, caring for them, protecting them. But they also saw the strength that can come from not being fearful and falling asleep in God's arms. Jesus says to us all, have faith, believe in me. I've got you.